What's up, guys? I hope you're all having a great day. It's been a while since I put out any videos, and I apologize for that. I've been recording the stuff we've been doing with Carol, but for some reason, all of my audio, or not all of it, but the important stuff as far as audio goes has been, the audio lags on it, so all of my footage is pretty much useless. So everything we've done to the car so far, I haven't been able to show you guys, so it's a real bummer. So I apologize for that. I'm gonna get you guys up to date on what we've done up to this video that you're about to see. So here's what we've done. Last time you guys saw, I was with Waylon and we couldn't get the car to start. We were getting fuel, we were getting spark, but for some reason we couldn't get it to start. I ended up making the decision to just take the car, just take everything from the shed back over to Nissan to see if they could help me figure it out. It ended up being the cam angle sensor was off by 180 degrees, so the timing was way out of sync with what we were trying to do. So we got that fixed. I had to do a little bit of an adjustment, but we got our new O-rings for our fuel injectors because our injectors were leaking through the fuel rail, which wasn't a good thing. But anyway, that's really all we needed. That's all that we were missing to get that Carol to start over. So hope you guys enjoy the following video. Alright, what's up, guys? I'm sorry for the windy noise quality. Last time we were with Carol, we left it here at Nissan. The timing was off, so I thought, but after thinking about it, I had it right in the first place. I was trying to set it at top dead center at 0 degrees for the timing when it should be at 15 degrees advanced, or before top dead center. Yeah. So we're gonna go fix this up and hopefully get her started today. Oh, look at it. Express service. Ain't nothing expressive about rebuilding a motor. Ooh! Is that an FDRX7? It is. Oh my gosh. Why don't you tell us about it?
Well, it's not mine, so I can't really.
It's not yours yet? Oh, you're just checking it out.
Yeah.
Possible.
It's a hell of a ride. You can check it out if you want.
Yeah, let's go take a look at it. I'm pretty excited. I saw that thing. I saw the taillights and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you literally can't tell it apart. Well, you can't tell it apart from everything else.
I always thought these were like the coolest looking cars.
First of all,
Passes.
And yeah, everything's dope.
Automatic, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's a sad thing.
The lines on this are just...
Yeah, exactly. It's all curves. It's the weirdest thing.
What, rotary?
Yeah, but I've always wanted to, just experience what it's like to actually have one. So.
This is like my dream Sunday car. It's like a car you don't drive very much.
Yeah,
but like
when you do,
yeah,
you can't stop smiling, kind of.
Right. It looks really clean though.
Yeah, it's mainly stock, which is exactly what I was trying to get. But
yeah.
Anything else, if you don't get it stock, it's basically over. Or if you do get it stock, it's over 30,000. But it's gonna be manual.
Gotcha. Is this
things that you can find are automatics.
Is this twin turbo or is it?
Yeah, it's twin turbo.
Nice. So I think I've got the retiming reset. Giving it a try without the valve cover, that way we don't have to break the seal of the RTV gasket that's on there. It's pretty easy. I'm thinking I'm gonna get it right on the first try. And now because I said that, I'm not gonna get it right on the first try, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's got enough juice. We'll see. Alright, so we just cleaned up everything in the car. I'm going to start it and get it timed, and then we'll be able to start the brake in, hopefully, as long as everything goes right. So let's give it a shot. started. We're currently breaking in the cams, which requires running it at 2,000 RPM for about 20 minutes. Little rich. Seems like it runs a little rough. I don't know. But it's running. I would be more celebratory right now, but this is actually like kind of like stressful. I'm just hoping everything was put together right and that nothing's gonna go bang. We're gonna run it for 10 minutes, shut it down, and then run it for another 10, see where the oil's at. Just taking it easy for now. Oh boy, that's getting really hot. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, we're gonna call her quits. Oh, stressful. Oh my gosh. I don't know why it's overheating. I'm thinking the leak might be coming from my temp sensor. Huh. Second wheel doesn't have a 10 mil either. Unless that's it. I hope that's it. It's not a 10 mil. Is that? Nope. It's a 12. Definitely a 12. Pretty gross.
Yeah, got all that assembly moving.
Yeah. Maybe that's why it was overheating. I mean, granted, it wasn't moving too.
It honestly doesn't feel like it's at 200 and something degrees.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Like, that feels like coffee warm.
Yeah.
Like cold coffee a little bit.
It's barely lukewarm.
Maybe my gauge is off. Wow. Look at that dirt. Fresh oil after about 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright guys. Moment of truth. We are going to get everything bolted back up. The hood is on the car, but the front bumper isn't. Would you just look at that? So much knowledge. So much in it. But let's go ahead and see where she takes us. It's gonna be the first drive. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Really hoping nothing bad happens. Alright guys, here we go. First test run. Oh, this is really nerve-wracking. Because if this doesn't go right, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Pressure. The temps look okay. Water temperature gauge isn't working, of course, but that's just the aftermarket one. The idle's a little bouncy. Probably need to adjust the idle air temperature adjustment. What I'm going to do for this next part of the break-in is we're going to take it up over to Mexico and basically go on a nice hill to give the rings some pressure to seat themselves in the cylinders. Once we seat those, it should run a lot better. Everything should be sealed up once we get that done. I think the motor's finally warmed up. We're running at about 11s right now at idle. I really hope everything goes all right. God, it's really shaky. I don't know if you can see this in the camera right now, but I don't know if it's the cams or those Nismo motor mounts, but you can feel a difference in the bump. It's like rup, 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 rup. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna push it too hard. I'm gonna limit it to about 4,000, 4,500 RPM and just give it good pressure down low in the revs. We're not gonna give it too much boost. Stay out of boost and stay out of high revs. The point of this break-in is to get the rings to seal inside the cylinders. Just in case I need to turn around. We're sitting at about 230 degrees for the oil temp right now. Oh my gosh. 25 psi of pressure for oil at idle. What's up, man?
I see you got it running.
Breaking it in right now.
Hell yeah, dude. I've got a car I need to be breaking in as well.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks good. I'm glad to see it out.
Thanks, man. Me too. Hopefully it goes well. We still got good oil pressure. It's running really rough. Pressure's still good. God, it's running really rough. It's just backfiring the whole time. Has me a little worried. Probably just need to adjust the timing is all. Let's see where we're at idle. Water temp looks good according to my dash gauge because my aftermarket gauge doesn't work. We don't seem to be overheating. It's running just as it did before. We've got about 25 psi of oil pressure, so that's a good sign. I'm gonna go ahead and take it on the hill and see what we can do. There's gonna be a lot of backfiring. And of course there's a bus right here. That's awesome. I'm gonna adjust the timing real quick if I can find a spot that's not gonna destroy my loweredness. I'm just gonna check my oil levels and then we're gonna check, see if you know, everything's good. So quick break. Alright, so I've advanced the timing. Everything's warm, obviously, very warm. We've only advanced it by a couple degrees. We've got a full, we haven't lost any oil or anything like that, so we're gonna give it a shot going up the hill. Seemed to help it a little bit. Third gear up the hill. No boost, low revs. pass, and then let her cool down for a little bit, do a few more, let her cool down, then head back to the shop. Hope this view is working out for you guys. We are in Mexico right now. It looks like KU, but it's not. It's actually Mexico. Great. We're very cool. Now we're just gonna let her cool down and idle. I'm gonna take a quick look around, make sure we're not leaking anything, make sure we're all good. So we're just gonna take a quick 5-minute break. I wanted to show you guys how everything's going. Seems to be going well so far, but I do not want to count myself out for any problems that this thing may bring. So overall we look pretty good. I didn't see any leaks underneath. Looks pretty dry. We had plenty of oil when I checked it just a couple pulls ago. Oh my gosh, but this, listen to that, those cams. I didn't think they'd be this lopey. And what I mean by lope, for those of you who don't know much about cams, you hear that kind of, you hear that blah, 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 blah. So that's what the cams do, and they're bigger cams, which are gonna open my valves up a little more, give me this kind of, I wouldn't say it, I guess it would be a rougher idle, but we call it the man's idle. I personally like it. I don't think Desiree will. The 6-puck clutch that we have in there, you can feel the difference. It's a little harsher, just a little more force and grabbing, but it's nothing, it's totally manageable. You know, everything's looking good though. She seems to have calmed down a bit. Advancing the timing seemed to help a lot with the backfire. It still does it. We've still got about 17 psi of oil pressure, which is good. I'm not sure how accurate this gauge was because when we pulled the oil after initially starting it up, it didn't feel anywhere near hot enough to, I just don't know how accurate this gauge is. And then water temps obviously not working, but everything else looks good. I mean, the gauge on here works pretty well. We're sitting pretty rich. I may need some kind of like tuning, a piggyback tuner down the road just to kind of dial in those AFRs. I never pushed it past maybe 2 psi. I'm not sure what kind of boost this thing is pushing, but it shouldn't be more than 7 to 12 psi. I kept the revs to about 4 grand. You want to limit yourself when you're breaking in a motor. You don't want to go anywhere near red line the first few thousand miles. first couple anyway. That's not to say you want to take it too easy during the break-in. You definitely want to push it. You want to get, I gave it about maybe half to 3/4 throttle just to put some pressure in that motor so that the rings would seat in the cylinders. If you're sitting at idle the whole time, if you're just taking it too easy, those piston rings can just glide up and down the cylinder and basically cause a glaze. So your rings are never going to be able to seal themselves correctly by getting that good seat in. I'm sorry if I'm not making total sense. I'm sure I'm definitely no expert in this area, but from my experience gained from this rebuild and just reading on my own, that's the best knowledge that I've been able to come up with as far as breaking in engines. I also have Doc from Machine Performance here in Lawrence as a reference, who's giving me some tips. Very helpful guy. If you're in Lawrence or in the Kansas City area, you need some machine work done, Doc and Lawrence, a machine shop, Machine Performance, I believe, is the guy to go to. Overall, I'm pretty happy with where this thing is at. I have so many thank yous to bring out, as long as, you know, everything continues well. But man, that smells like gas. So many thank yous. They'll be coming. It does make me a little happy. I'm not all anxious. This warms my heart. Would you just look at her? So beautiful. So much knowledge. That may be it I have for you guys today. The next time I see you, hopefully this thing will be a little more dialed. Maybe it'll even have the front bumper on. But until next time, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you stick around for more awesome stuff to come.